Alright y'all, so we're back with part 2 of the abomination of Brandan and Mary. And if I could sum up these two and their 2-year relationship in 2 words, it'd probably be, are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? And that's really like 3 words, but to be more precise, it should be 4. Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Which is what Mary ends up finding out and Brandan coming to the realization to later in the episode. And at this point, I'm sure you can guess with 0% margin of error, Mary's the full response to this non-breaking news.
Let's go with C as my final answer.
You're right.
Yeah! We're in a hole right now.
What the hell?
We need to find a way to make money. We pretty much used like all the money I had left.
I don't want to be stressed.
Well, it seems to me you're the one stressing. Calm down.
Yeah, so more on that later. Now last time we witnessed an off-brand Harry Potter give his whole life away to move to the Philippines. And by whole life I mean, yeah, not much. But to be with Mary, his online girlfriend of 2 years.
She's the top #1 student in her class. She's the top dancer on a dance team.
Hey, man! Yo!
Now unbeknownst to Brandan, when they first met, Mary had this rare unique disease called the
I will be controlling your every moment, every breath down to the very last and continuously gaslight and manipulate your feelings with my crocodile tears. And even if you go crazy, there's nobody to turn to because I've isolated you from the rest of the world. Influenza disease.
Yeah, sounds crazy, but seems to be very contagious. And in this case, the symptoms for the receiver tends to differ from the host. For example, Brandan had developed this weird symptom where he had to be on the phone with the host 24/7.
Every single minute, every single second on video call with Mary every single day.
And he also developed this bizarre phobia called the communicating with the female homo sapien causes me mad anxiety phobia.
I start to get anxious and tense up when I'm around other women.
How long have you guys been dating?
Okay, thank you.
Now, despite everything stated and to the disagreement of pretty much everyone he's ever known, Brandan still decides to pack the bags and dip to the Philippines, where he finds his home that he's been investing 2 years worth of income into. It's really the quote-unquote chambers of secrets, hosting and accommodating not only all the lies that Mary has been accumulating, but her whole family tree.
There was a typhoon that destroyed her home. And over the past year, all my paychecks that were coming in were going straight to building the house. $60,000. $60,000.
This is some clown shoe stuff.
Got old Brandan walking up to his own casa like, who are you people? Now this probably wouldn't be an issue had he not been forced to obey the family rules. Like, I don't know, asking permission to kiss his girlfriend inside his own home from people like her brother, who has not 1 but 2 kids with his own girlfriend.
That makes no fucking sense.
But I digress. In fact, that's probably the least of his worries. Like, at least he knew he was hosting the family and not a live action of a bug's life.
And there's a lot of bugs. Like a lot. There's a lot of ants, also spiders, and cockroaches.
Burn it all down.
Now, it didn't take more than 2 days for Brandan to start realizing that maybe trusting Mary with his life might have been a bad idea. Like, he's starting to see all the lies and manipulation that Mary's been spewing for the past 2 years unfold like a bad origami.
Do you know that Mary unplugged her Wi-Fi, turned off her phone to go hang out many other time with us?
Stop the cap. The Oscar goes to.
And the Oscar goes to.
And the Oscar goes to.
And the Oscar goes. And the Oscar goes. And the Oscar goes.
And the Oscar goes to...
And despite the obvious acting, like, Brandan still seems to be consistently incapable putting the puzzle pieces together. Like, mans couldn't solve a 4-piece puzzle had you handed him with 2 hands the doggone last piece.
This guy is fucking stupid.
And for some reason just fails to realize that it has much less to do with Mary feeling insecure and more to do with Mary wanting control. Thus, from an outside perspective, it was almost like she was making it seem like this 50-50 situationship, when in reality she's just doing whatever the hell she wants under excuses like imaginary power outages.
Fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's not fucking real.
And even so, like, Brandan here is still under this impression that things are gonna be better now that he's actually here with her in Filipino fairy tale land.
Everything's gonna go good. We're not gonna fight or overthink or get jealous or insecure anymore. All right?
Got him. We fucking got him.
Just totally oblivious to Mary's devilish, devious ways, even in the Lord's house.
Today, I'm gonna take Brandan to the church. I go every Sunday. He knows He really needs to go to the church if he wants to marry me.
Don't look at girls, okay? Like I told you.
What?
Behave. Don't look at girls.
Okay, baby.
Thank you. Just look at me when you're not looking to the face.
What?
Don't look at girls.
I know.
Behave.
Yeah, so the crazy thing is, the way she talks to Brandan is the same way I talk to my daughter, Bella, who's a Canis lupus familiaris, whatever that means. But essentially, minus all the baby talk, the dialogue between me and Bella are really 5 to 10 words. You know, like sit, behave, belly rubs, go pee-pee, dinner time. You wanna be dinner time? I'm just kidding. But it was at this moment that you start to see Brandan switching up. You know, like he was finally starting to get fed up with the current economy of the relationship. And I mean, finally, right? After Mary metaphorically refilled the Nile River with her tears, subsequently winning 5 Oscars, and now well on her way of getting Brandan his next gig.
Hey, come on in. You want a treat? Yeah? You want a treat?
It finally got to him, like it finally hit him on the head. Only took like 2 meteors of red flags.
I just want to be clear about something. I don't want to be like forced into submission or told you have to sit here and like not look or talk to girls.
You can do it if you want.
It's not about what I want, Mary. It's about you trusting me. Yeah, there you go. Think about that.
Then find someone else.
Now, not to sound inconsiderate, but I would assume the only person who should be breaking down saying like Mario is, because hell, I feel suffocated, and I'm just watching this, so Lord only knows how Brandan must be feeling. And getting accused for cheating because his head turned 20 degrees from the North Pole at church. Like the boy gotta be feeling like he's 6 miles deep in a Mariana Trench or something. Now, I find it crazy that as soon as she starts acting up, you know, they got a whole ER first aid SWAT team coming in to scoop her up, checking the heart rates, giving her water, probably got some dude brushing debris off her feet with a Bob Ross paintbrush, the whole 9.
Don't worry about it.
While Brandan here, who just admitted on camera he has some serious mental health issues, who's the actual victim here, mind you, is left on the dark side of the road where the light don't shine, with a camera to his face like, yeah, man up, little boy. Yeah, man up, little boy. The worst ain't even here yet. You better Kool-Aid pack from being broke. Spoiler alert, she's pregnant. Yes, it's yours. And, oh yeah, Voldemort's still coming for your cheeky white booty. Now, fast forward about 24 hours, and the worst do arrive. I mean, they come knocking. Starting with him admitting to Mary that, you know those fake power outages you used to manipulate me with? Well, you might not have to fake them anymore for the foreseeable future.
And there's the house.
Oh.
Yeah.
It looks like you just put it back up together really well, honestly.
Yeah.
I really appreciate being able to build a new house, but we need to find a way to make money. We pretty much used like all the money I had left. I don't think we're gonna have enough to pay for the bills next month. In America, every single time I got paid, I would send her most of my paycheck, if not all of it. We're in a hole right now. Is there any chance that we could go to your grandpa?
So Brandan proposed the idea that maybe they ask for help from Lolo to loan him some money to cover the bills until, you know, they figure out the money issue. You know, the very same issue that Brandan was already made aware of and should have been figured out before, I don't know, deciding to move to the Philippines to live with a psycho. Like literally when he was asked about this on episode 1.
What do you think you're gonna do?
Yeah, I don't have any backup plans. At this point in time, I won't have any money when I get to the Philippines, and I'm just kind of rolling with the punches and hoping that it works out.
What?
I got $250 in my bank account, so good luck to me.
You see our concerns, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you're not concerned about it, I guess I shouldn't be, huh?
And to nobody but his surprise, Mary just shuts it down completely and goes on a full crying spiel about how Brandan don't know what it's like to be poor.
And I hear you. I don't know how hard that life is. But...
Like, yeah, we're talking about the same dude who lived in an RV for 2 years because he sent you all the paychecks.
50, 60,000.
Like, at one point, she even tripped up and started spilling her own beans.
He already sacrificed a lot. I don't want to make him stressed. You need to understand that.
Calm down.
Just...
I never
He deserves to be happy. He sent me to college.
He didn't pay for your college. You had a scholarship.
He's the one who gave us food.
Yes,
Don't
I
make
get
him
that, but I'm talking
like
about
that.
money.
In America, you don't struggle like them, like us.
You know, it's kind of crazy because she played a major role in why they're in this situation right now. Like, remember, Brandan lost numerous decent jobs because they couldn't stay off the phone with each other. Mainly due to her. And I'm actually fairly surprised he isn't getting paid for his current role.
This is some clown shoe stuff.
Now, the dire money situation boils down to 2 dummies having poor planning, right? Yet somehow these 2 thought it was a good idea to start their own Planned Parenthood.
It's both positive. See? I am pregnant. So, how are you feeling?
I know we were trying, but
So are you happy or?
I am happy. This is.
Stop the cap.
Let me process this.
Well, it happened, so the baby is here now in my tummy, so.
It's different when you're trying compared to like when it actually happens and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, hold on.
Loki, I'm just confused. Like, what the lickety split happened at church? The Lord, Lolo, Lola, waiting for marriage, asking permission to hug, asking permission to kiss, but let's not ask permission to plant a human being inside your belly.
This is some clown shoe stuff.
Like, it makes absolutely no sense to me, and to be frank, like, Brandan didn't seem too thrilled about it. Like, it wasn't giving a lot of hip hip hooray, more so a lot of
I am having a very bad day.
and like the way they approached it and justified their reasoning, I don't know, sounds rather either eerily irresponsible or just a poor excuse of a cover-up for a mistake they really weren't planning on having. And like, I'm not putting it past Mary to set a couple trap cards to like set this man up.
You triggered my trap card.
I guess I'm just really hoping that's not the case.
And then she's like, you know, I just really, really want a baby. Really, really want a baby. Really, really want a baby.
I'm having a baby fever, so that's why I really want a baby. I know that I want to wait until marriage, but I changed my mind because, you know, we're humans.
What? What?
I thought trying to make a baby will help us become better couple. Now that she's pregnant, I'm like, oh, this is really happening. Like, what?
What? What?
Now with the baby on the way, the money situation can no longer be a back burner situation. Thus, to offset the issue, they basically started their own 7-Eleven convenience store, which has proven to be a convenience for nobody and a big inconvenience for these two. Or should I say 3 now.
2 months ago, we opened up a shop in front of our house. It is a grocery store, and customer will be kids coming by to the school.
So this costs like 470 pesos?
Yeah,
How much do you think we could sell it all for?
maybe 500.
So according to Mary, she borrowed $1,000 from her friends to set up this convenience store venture, right? That she claims to be her idea.
I come up with the idea.
And I don't know if they really thought this through, but if it's anything like getting pregnant,
Probably not.
but then profiting a little over 2 quarters a day, $18 a month, assuming nothing goes wrong, that $1,000 about a 4 to 5 year mortgage, not including any expenses like utilities or a newborn baby. Re-add those things in and
Congratulations, you played yourself.
like so far the solutions for their financial distress has been 1, having a baby, and 2, taking out a loan for a store venture that's not even gonna break even. And that's 2 bad ducks in a row, buddy. Leave it up to Brandan to hit it out the park with a hat trick.
I don't know how else to say this other than I didn't rehearse this at all. I didn't really put a lot of thought into this. You know, once you read it,
I am enough.
you are enough. Will you marry me, Mary?
Might have been one of the worst proposals I've seen in a long time. And the timing, Brandan, the timing was just badly impeccable. Can't get worse than that. Well, like her response after this whole, proposal thing, it wasn't really even a yes. Even though she said yes, it was just more so, it felt more so like a maybe.
I'm just saying yes because I need to, and I don't want him to be hurt or anything, so I just say yeah.
And I feel like he should have already seen this coming with everything going on and the buildup of the events. The writing was on the wall. Like literally, the bottles in the back was speaking without speaking. That's tough. And as much as I dislike Mary and her antics at times, her response to this, I can agree with. It just felt desperate. Just felt like he pulled it straight out of his cheeks. And it's been stated that things haven't been really easy for them since she announced she was pregnant. Brandan has been a little off, he's sleeping a lot, playing a lot of games, not doing anything else, not helping with the chores. Sounds kind of like mild depression, lots of arguments. The neighbors are hearing all these arguments, they're starting rumors. Things have just been so I'm assuming Brandan, out of desperation of trying to boost up the morale, get things jippity, pulls the proposal straight out of his cheeks. And at this point, we know they got married, and apparently from other casts and news, they've been fired from TLC for breaking NDA rules. Probably how we found out they got married. If that's the case, I wish them the best. I personally I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I just don't see it. I don't see it working out well. It just seemed like Mary was changing her tune towards the end of the episode. Like, she was really all into this guy, and then now it's just more like, eh. And I think it's more of her stepping into a motherhood role, and he's not exactly stepping up to the plate. Unbeknownst to her that she's kind of the reason he's in that state, but hey, it is what it is. You guys let me know what you guys think below. That's all I got for you guys for today. The boy signing out. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. I'm back. I'll see you guys in the next one. But hey, what do you want to know? I'm just sipping sauce.
One rapper, two rapper, three rapper, four. All these bodies in my closet, I know that most of my favorite rappers wasn't spitting like me at the age of 19. Make a motherfucker think that my idols my rivals, and I never lose, so my idols get slaughtered and thrown in the trenches. I snipe from a distance like boom pow. I reload and I empty the clip on a pussy motherfucker with a link in his bio like Cinco de Mayo. Y'all